Good morning. Bermuda Electrolyte Company and the Bermuda Cricket Board are pleased to announce plans for the 14th BELCO Cup, which will take place Saturday, May 14th and Sunday, May 15th. On a sad note, we are also announcing that this will be the last year that BELCO will be the corporate sponsor of the event. This year makes 14 years that we have been the proud sponsor of the BELCO Cup, which ended up being 14 years more than we had initially anticipated doing so. Regardless of that, it has been an honor to have been such a part of a community-driven sporting event. The decision was not an easy one, but due to ongoing constraints, we are facing with difficult financial decisions. We would like to extend our gratitude to the Somerset Cricket Club and St. David's Cricket Club for hosting the two-day event for the past 13 years. From preparations of the grounds to pleasing fans, you've played a tremendous part in the success of this event. We thank everyone on and off the field for their efforts, and we take this opportunity to support the development of Bermuda's youth and something that BELCO takes to heart. So we are once again happy to support the Bermuda Cricket Board's National Youth Academy. They will be the recipients of the entry fees and any additional donations. We encourage all fans to bring their families out on May 14th and May 15th to enjoy the day, enjoy each other, and of course, enjoy some great cricket. I have no doubt that the 14th and final competition will prove to be just as exciting as previous years. Let's make this best cup the best one yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Denton. It's been an absolute privilege for cricket to be enjoying the partnership with BELCO. Obviously, in cricket you prefer things to go to at least 100, but obviously that sadly can't be the case. It's been a magnificent 13 years. I expect this one to be the greatest BELCO Cup ever. Over the period we've had $53,000 paid in prize money to clubs. It's become a marquee event. The top 4 teams from last year always participate. It's always competitive, and it's always fun, and it's always community spirited. We've raised money each year for various charities. This year, once again, as Denton saying, it's the youth cricket, which is an important part to keep that going. So I want to take this opportunity to especially thank Gary Medeiros, Linda, Denton, and the ladies in the marketing department. They really do a fabulous job. It's great to see how the BELCO employees engage in the event, become part of it, and make it a family occasion. So it's going to be a little bit sad, but I know it's going to be a fun and festive event in 2 weeks' time.
Hi, good morning. I'd like to say on behalf of myself and Southampton Rangers, we would like to thank BELCO and BCB for putting on this event. Without the commitment of BELCO over the years, this event probably wouldn't have gone on. I must say that Rangers have won it 9 times out of the 13 years, and we're looking for more improvement, and also other private entities to get involved. This is the only way the cricket will go forward. I would like to say thank you, BELCO, once again, also putting the funds and all that into the youth program, which will help our youth in the future, and also our elite players. Thanks again for having sponsoring the event, and hopefully we'll get somebody else to come on board to take over. Thanks.
Again, I'd like to echo the comments of Southampton Rangers. Thank you, BELCO, for putting on this competition. It's one that I think the fans eagerly look forward to. I would be remiss standing here as wearing another hat as a representative of the Eastern County to point out that 3 of the 4 teams are from the Eastern Counties, and this just speaks to the strength of our competition as well. But I encourage everyone to come out, patronize, and bring their families, as Denton said, and just come and enjoy some good cricket on May 13th and May 14th, and then the following weekend, the final. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Bernews Bermuda, I'd just like to thank BELCO once again for having this cup for the last 14 years. It's very sad to see you go, because playing in the league, you strive to be in the top 4, to play in the BELCO Cup, to set your standards and set the goals for the up-and-coming season. And Bernews Bermuda always strive to be the best, and we was looking forward to obviously trying to win every cup this year. So hopefully this 14th year will be Bayless Bay's year. I guess, come out and say that. We are hoping. But also on the 13th, that will be a big game because he spoke about the Eastern Connor rivalry. It's back to the continuation of Eastern Connors. A lot of people are looking forward to that game, but I must say, before it all gets out of hand, we're looking to play a good game of cricket, us in Cleveland, play the game in the spirit of the game, have some fun, and represent BELCO well. Thank you.
Yes, good morning. On behalf of Cleveland County, we also like to thank BELCO for their 14 years of service in enhancing the cricket around in Bermuda. And piggybacking on what Irvin said, Bayless Bay hope to win the trophy, but I beg to differ because Cleveland's all the way. Thank you. That's it.
Is the BCB actively looking for a new corporate sponsor to start up a new competition?
We will be in 2 weeks' time. I think, testament to the partnership we have, we are still in the partnership, and our work is focused on making this the best BELCO Cup there can ever be. And obviously, once that's complete, then we'll move forward. But it's a fantastic competition. There have been other partners in the past, so I think it offers a lot of value for a lot of people. So we're sad to see BELCO go, but I'm looking forward to some great cricket.
We've started the season off with the 2020, and we've seen some low scores. Are you guys expecting your batsmen to get some eye in before this BELCO Cup semi-final and then final? Any one of you, take it on.
Well, for Southampton Rangers, basically, it's going to take a little while going into the season for guys to really get the nick. At the moment, guys are trying to do their best, and I think as time goes on, you see the better of the teams coming out and the players. Also with the scoring as well. Right now, the fielding and the building right now is more or less taking over everything. Yeah.
What do you attribute the low scores to?
Well, I think basically because guys late training and basically the conditions right now. Yes.
What would you have?
It's always hard to start a season off with 2020. This is why you have some countries that refuse to play 2020, and you also have some clubs in Bermuda that refuse to play 2020. You're starting off a season when guys are trying to, play in the V, if you want to call it that. But in 2020, once pressure builds, you have to play a rash shot. So obviously, it's very exciting for the fans, but in cricketing terms, it's not the best thing for cricket because guys have to get their eye in, bet, and always we started the season this year. Football ran right up into it. A lot of wickets aren't ready. A lot of the clubs, like you said, are not ready to actually train on a wicket, so you're training on concrete. So hopefully, as the season goes on, better scores will be there. If St. David's have a good wicket to play on, there should be more runs in the BELCO Cup, 50 over competition.
Your opinion, Danny?
2020 is more or less good for the fans, and a lot of us enjoy playing in 2020, but also during this beginning of the season, most of the batsmen are getting used to playing on the surface. You know what I mean? The surfaces are pretty much brand new, and we do promise, my team, we promise to score more runs in the BELCO Cup. But we're also using the 2020s to get the batsmen's eyes in and to build on some type of form going into this competition.
George, for St. David's, obviously you played one game already this year, but how do you plan to address the 50 over BELCO semi-final?
With aggression. We've got a system of aggression, training system, and obviously failed on our first game. And there was a lot of excuses about it being our first game, but we have plans of, if we decide to bat first, our plan is to sort of put the total out of reach for our opponents, and to be very aggressive, period, on the field and batting. Our game is improving. Our bowlers I think we have some of the best pace bowlers in the island, and we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to being champions this year. We had a little setback with Bernews Bermuda. We didn't expect that, but we hope to redeem ourselves.
Been a lot of shopping around of players. So let's go down the line and see some. Well, obviously, 2 teams have lost players and 2 teams have gained players that will play in the BELCO Cup. How do you feel these players will fit into this competition in your teams?
Are they still eligible to play for their own teams if they?
No, that's the champion of champions of Connie.
Well, for Rangers, basically we lost 7 players,
Right.
and we do have depth, so we're going to be competitive, no doubt about it. We're not going to let the championship go to the wayside. We will fight for it with the players that we do have. So it's not going to be easy, but we're striving to be champions as well.
Eric?
Well, I'll be the first to thank Rangers for letting us have one of the 7 players. You know what I mean? Kind of left spinner at that. So, I mean, it's a business to us. I mean, it's a quality player. I can't say anything about it. So, thanks again, Rangers.
George?
With St. David's, we gained 2 players from Rangers. One that's originally St. David's Islander, and he's eligible for all our competitions, even Eastern County. And Mr. Stubble, it was a mystery to me why he would join St. David's, but I think he gets along fine with the East End boys, and I'm looking forward to him to start to lift our level of cricket, because he's one of our best players in the island, and it's a pleasure to have him.
Is he likely to play tomorrow?
He'll most likely play on the weekend, but I doubt if he'll be ready for tomorrow. He can only play 1 game on the weekend, so we decided if we should reach the semifinals or the finals, he would play in that game.
How do you feel about being back as coach, George? Back at St. David's after a few years. Obviously, the other thing, interesting thing is a lot of you guys who are on the team now, you coached the juniors.
Yeah, they're all still there, a little older. And I feel the only thing that was keeping me out of coaching was I was working as shift work, and I didn't have the time. But it's nice to be back. I'm a little rusty, but I still think that those guys are very productive, and I'm just delighted to be in the position of head coach again, and I'm looking forward to a little success this season.
Any priorities? League, I guess, would be the priority. Eastern County is obviously up here in the dub, but how big is the other competitions? BELCO is a big tournament as well.
Yeah. Well, I feel if we train as we should, all other things will fall in place. All the championships and victories and whatsoever comes along. Because if you're not fit and ready for these games, you're not going to win.
As far as Cleveland, we lost a few players, but we also gained the talents of one Stephen Bremer Jr. He's a good player. Played in a few sides. He played for Derbyshire Rack, but he's played cricket a long time. He's a very well balanced player. And as far as for Cleveland, we have a pretty much well balanced team. And right now, our team seems to be very motivated by the loss of a couple of players. We lost Tribal Gibbons going back home to Vassar Stars. We also lost a couple other players like Randy Bean going to PHC. But as you know, Cleveland's always full of surprises. You guys might catch a little surprise over this weekend and also get into the BELCO Cup.